I've been sitting on this one for a while. It is very funny. Comes to us from Travis Wolf, and he calls it the Great Tinder Experiment of 2023.
Oh, here we go.
Hope you're both well, he says. This is a story about the dating world in current year. It is for the guys who are just waking up to RP, and for guys like you two, hopefully a funny story. For context, I'm 5'7". I could afford to lose some weight. Nothing too bad. Early 30s. Worked blue-collar jobs, working on my engineering degree. All I will say, I'm halfway on the scale. I've used Tinder from early 2016 through early 2020, right before the Yahoo hit. As you can guess, I never had much luck on it. Few dates, few relationships, nothing spectacular. Fast forward to a few weeks ago. I'm going to hang out with a friend, and we were at his place. Mind you, no booze was involved with this bit. A true gleep glop and floop-de-doo moment hit. My friend, let's just call him Randy, not his real name, been trying out Hinge and Tinder himself, came up with if we created a false Tinder account, see what happens. We found a random unknown male model type of guy pictures, posted that he has an MBA from an Ivy League school, had a job in sales with a major company, and was over 6 feet tall. We hit enter, and about 30 minutes later, we got to the restaurant. It already had over 15 likes. Blew our best guesses right out of the water already. So I started to swap, started to match with women. They went from about 4 through 8 mainly. Knowing Pup, he'd give them all a 4.
You don't know me.
You don't know my story. That's good.
Yeah, I do. Meth and dicks.
Meth and dicks is always their story.
Yep.
He says, yeah, I actually talked to a few. But considering I will message all, only about a third I will have an actual conversation with. This surprised me at first, but I thought about it and it all became so clear. Validation. They matched, or just message him and then show him a little validation. Long story short, within 24 hours, we had about 40 matches and likes.
Wow.
Within 48 hours, cracked the 100 combo, and it only grew from there. At least Tinder is filled with women, tatted, pierced, single moms, no baby daddy in sight. I was surprised. I met about 5 women or so, mid-30s and up, that were never married and no kids. So out of that whole, 100, only 5 were mid-30s and up that were never married and no kids.
Wow. Listen, hoflation is real.
Yeah. I love this. Did someone say boxed wine in Catland? This is where the interesting results played a part. With the dummy account, I put in my personality when talking to the women to see what happens. I tend to, be sweet to women, romantic and pleasant, all attributes that women say they want in a man. I had the women going crazy. Most women want to meet and actually go out. Each time I said no, for obvious reasons. There are these 2 ladies, let's call them Michelle and Joanne. Both are cute, and I had a connection with both. Both were 28, at least as of typing this story. Joanne was married for 2.5 years, no kids. Cute side, I'd say 6.5 to a 7. Hard to pin down in some sense. She was innocent, but also wild. Michelle, on the other hand, solid 8. Knowing Pop, he'd still think she's a 4. Anyway, no marriage or kids. The reason I bring both of them up is this. In reality, I'm a practicing Catholic, with intentions if and when I get married and having kids. My wife has to be Catholic pre-proposal, either Catholic when I meet her or convert. The marriage will be in the church and the kids will be baptized and raised in the faith. Those are my standards. And considering I'll be paying for everything and the head of the house, I think I have a right to do that.
You certainly do.
Yes, you do. On top of that, mixed marriages, meaning interfaith and, whatnot, they're harder because of the differences there, of course. Marriages already have a high enough chance of divorce. I realize this is a big ask. That's why I put it up front.
Well, about the Christian differences.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, guy got betrayed, got fucking whipped, fucking nailed to a goddamn cross in some form and fashion. They say he raised from the dead, but maybe somebody just carried him off to eat his zombie fucking flesh and drink his blood. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Shroud of Turin disagrees with that story.
I just fucking around. This is all this comedy.
Oh, here we go. Mind you, this fake account, this guy is the top 1%, has the mark of the beast. When I told these ladies about my views on marriage and religion, they walked. For both, it was a deal breaker. That had me and my friends stumped. For some clarification, my friend is not Catholic. Joanne, the one who was married, was a Seventh-day Adventist, now spiritual. Spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that means that she just says Jesus and God when she's getting fucked in the ass behind the dumb cumster, probably.
Yeah, I got you.
Then Michelle was Christian Reformed, which is in the same stream as Calvinism, by my understanding. The reason we came up with it is their past. They don't want to take responsibility for it and just continue on with their fun. You are correct. Maybe it is just delusion. Now, Michelle was an extraordinary case. After seeing that me being Catholic was a deal breaker, we still talked. I wanted to test the water to see what she'll do. I started to flirt with her and she reciprocated, which led to us partially sexting. That in itself is a red flag. And here comes one other major one. She mentioned to me at the beginning of this year that she got out of a 6-year-long relationship. For reference, this story has been typed out around Thanksgiving of 2023. They broke it off because he wanted her to move in and she was willing to, but with more meaning engagement.
Mm-hmm.
She followed it up by saying that he moved in with another chick a month afterwards.
Nice.
Granted, I don't know him, so I don't know his side. Then followed up her saying in those 6 years, they banged only once and he was drunk. Granted, there was, D to A and C to A action because she wanted purity. Sure.
Yeah.
He never heard her fart. There's a reason for that.
Oh, my God.
What?
Keep bringing up that.
In the back of my mind, all I could hear you two guys going, 3, 2, 1. Bullshit!
Yep.
I have to admit one thing with her. She was really dangerous. Not in a threatening way or anything, but I'm like Pop. I like full German women. On top of that, I like my Russian women, and she was both. Nice. Before you guys start saying anything, you're going to hurt her feelings, hog calling and whatnot. I knew I had to be careful. Next, I'll know the governor of my little head be off and I'll be on racing. Next thing I know, the governor of my little head be off. He's drunk typing this.
Yeah, he's drunk.
So my advice to young men out there and those getting into the RP, no matter what life or women throw at you, stay in your frame.
Absolutely.
Woof.
A game frame.
It's interesting. All of a sudden, they want you. Oh, by the way, I have standards. Oh, I know.
Well, listen, most women today are only religious when they're getting pumped in the butt. That's it. Oh, God!
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, this hurts. You're not wrong.
I'm just saying. That's going in the book of jokes, man.
Yep.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.